Hello, friends. I come out of the shadows to call for action. Having closely followed Jack's Films' campaign against content stealing around 2 months after its inception, it is on my heart to imbue the YouTube algorithm with one more video that explains why YouTube's unfortunate behavior cannot go gently into a good night. I do wonder what YouTube would do had Sniper Wolf uploaded her doxing video to YouTube. One can surmise the fact this did not happen does give the company a little wiggle room when it comes to executing judgment. However, it seems YouTube has vastly overestimated the wiggle room they did have as being a creator on YouTube, or should I say, having a YouTube channel bind you and your off-platform actions to a certain criteria. Sniper Wolf breached this criteria when she not only posted the address of where Jack's Films lives, but posted it in person. But there are a few additional details that makes what she did much worse. Who should decide whether she visits Jack's Films' house? How about her Instagram followers? The objective quality of her content suggests most of her audience is comprised of children. Oh, and let's make visiting Jack at dark, and can I get a 1 a.m. with that? Furthermore, Sniper Wolf did not inform Jack that she would be visiting. She also somewhat blamed Jack for what she did even after visiting. It is curious why she deleted her doxing evidence if afterward she displayed no remorse for the fact she did it. Sniper Wolf's apology tweet had some interesting text I think some light should be shed on. Last sentence excerpt from her apology tweet. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Lapse in judgment. Does that phrase sound familiar to you? It's been called that before, but not by you. Oh well, I don't remember who said it. No matter the angle, the only detail the light seems to illuminate on YouTube's response tweet about Sniper Wolf doxing Jack's Films is D for delusional. Behavior of both sides? What behavior has Jack displayed? What behavior of Jack comes close to being even a close equivalent to the behavior Sniper Wolf has demonstrated regarding anything related to Jack's criticism of Sniper Wolf? Alright, here's an example. Remember when Russia invaded Ukraine? Let's say Russia didn't invade, but sent all of their foot soldiers to march in Helm's Deep fashion on Ukraine, and then take pictures and post threatening headlines in their newspapers and on their news channels, and then march back to Russia. Now, imagine after a week of the whole world discussing this rather alarming event, that the Geneva Convention convenes and settles on suspending all international economic commerce and/or business with Russia for a short time. Now, imagine that other countries such as China or North Korea decided to march their entire armies through the land of other nations because all they'll get is temporary demonetization. To an extent, those fictional scenarios mirror what Sniper Wolf has done, and it is alarming to think what other YouTubers might do against those they just don't agree with if all it means is temporary demonetization. While YouTube hasn't taken much action and probably won't take further action, there are an endless number of people who can. I want you to spread awareness about YouTube's lack of action. I would encourage Jack's Films to take legal action in the court of law, especially since YouTube has failed to take action that affects Sniper Wolf enough to reflect on the severity of her actions. During this thick darkness that shrouds YouTube's future, I request that YouTubers like PewDiePie, Vlogbrothers, BoyBoy, Smosh, and Carl Jobst spread awareness about content stealing and that YouTube has not taken enough action against Sniper Wolf doxing Jack's Films. And I make a Nick Fury call to YouTubers like Niga Hika and Filthy Frank to return to the fold, even if it's one video, to raise awareness and a call to action in our time of utmost need. Jack's Films started this campaign for the good of the world, the good of giving credit to the creators, and what started as a simple criticism of Sniper Wolf, who's just one example of others who do the same thing she does, turned into Sniper Wolf doxing Jack's Films. If any part of Jack's criticism of Sniper Wolf wasn't serious then, it sure is now. Like Russia, Sniper Wolf started a war when she invaded Jack's Films property. Because YouTube hasn't taken proper action, it's time we were the foot soldiers in Jack's campaign for credit. Join him by spreading awareness to your friends and your family. Reach out to creators to make videos for more awareness. Become a creator to spread awareness. This is YouTube, and this is a war, and we need all the firepower we can get. Jack, I have great support for you. I'm a big fan of what you're doing, and I'm sorry you have to worry about 5 million people showing up to your doorstep.